Hi, it's Leah here from She Means Business. Are you a woman in business who's struggling to make a profit? Is the thought of just looking at your financial statements just cause you stress? One of the things that I find with many of the women I work with is that they see money as a monster, and the stress levels they find in their business, probably 70% of them come from understanding their financial statements and really knowing how to manage their money. So I want to share with you some of the strategies that I've been working with my clients. So one of the ladies that I've been working with lately, she just looks at her numbers and totally freaks. And this sort of came to a head over Christmas, because she was really stressing out that the fact that she was going to close her business for a week over Christmas. She had staff to pay, she had Christmas to pay for, and she really wanted to be in a situation where she could spend some really valuable time with her family over this break. But the bank account was really tight, and she was just freaking out. So what happened was, when she came back after Christmas, she said to me, I never want to be in that situation again, Leah. I don't ever want to head into another Christmas feeling stressed and not knowing if I can pay my bills. So we sat down together and we worked out a budget. So I got her to go through and we sorted out the expenses in her business. And we also did a personal budget. So we knew what she needed to be taking as drawings out of the business to, for her family to live on, and so that she was in a situation where she really understood how much income she had and exactly what she needed to have going forward to pay for holidays, for Christmas, for all those things that happen, but if we don't plan for them, can end up being just a monster in our lives. So the first thing we looked at was how many bank accounts she had. And she only had two. She had her business account and she had her personal account. So we quickly changed that. To give her full control over her money, we set up 5 bank accounts for her. So she had her income account, which was where the income from her business came in. And from that, we set up some automatic payments. So the first automatic payment went into her second account. And her second account was her savings account. Now, you may wonder why we're putting money into a savings account and prioritizing that first. Well, here's the thing. For us girls in business, we need to learn how to pay ourselves first. And one of the ways we do that is to make sure that we're always putting money aside into a savings account. You see, it's that money in the savings account that's going to pay for those extra things in life. It's going to enable us to have investments. It's going to enable us to have those holidays and to pay for those extra things in life, because isn't that the reason that we're in business? So the savings account has to be an account that doesn't have an FPOS card or a credit card or anything like that attached to it. Okay, it's got to be hard to take the money out of it, because you've made a commitment to put savings in there for a specific purpose. So be true to that purpose and make sure that the money that goes into your saving account saves there, and you don't get sucked into the, I'll just nip a little bit out scenario. One of the most common things I see is that people don't look at savings as being the first priority. So what they do is they pay all the bills and then think to themselves, well, whatever's left at the end of the day, I'll put that into my savings account. Well, we all know what happens, don't we? At the end of the month, you hop in there and go, oh, what have I got left to put into savings? And guess what? 9 times out of 10, there's nothing there. So that's the reason why putting money into your savings account should be your first priority. The third account you're going to have is going to be your expense account. So that's the account that pays all the bills. So once you've done a budget and you know your monthly cash flow and your monthly expenditure, you'll know exactly how much money to put into that account. And then you can be confident to know that you've got enough put aside to pay all the bills in your business. The fourth account that you're going to set up is going to be your emergency account. And an emergency account is there to make sure that you're in a position to pay all the expenses and to have money to live on if something out of the ordinary happens. Now, we've all seen in the past couple of years the results of COVID lockdowns and natural disasters. So at any point in time, you could be in a situation where your business has to shut down. And you're not going to be in a position to pay all the expenses and all the bills during that shutdown unless you put some money aside in an emergency fund. So to determine how much that needs to be, I suggest you look at your business and go, what are my expenses and what do I need to live on for 3 months? And then start saving money into that account so that you hit that amount and then just leave it there. That is your security. That's one of the things that are going to reduce the stress of not knowing how you're going to manage if something out of the ordinary happens in the future. Now, another account you could set up could be your tax and GST account. So work out what your GST and your tax is for a year and make sure you're putting money in there so that when your tax and your GST is due, you have the confidence to know that you've already put the money aside to pay. When we take control of our finances and we start managing our money really well, your level of stress will just drop. And you're going to feel so much more confident because you know you have control. You have control of your future, you have control of your money, and you have control if anything out of the ordinary happens. So getting back to my client. Once we'd set up all those bank accounts for her and we had set her a budget and a target, and she got working really hard and kept herself focused on making sure that she used the system that we'd put in place, her stress levels just disappeared. She said to me, Leah, I don't wake up in the middle of the night anymore worrying about how I'm going to pay the bills or how I'm going to get through the next holiday period. So if you're a woman in business and you're totally over having to deal with the stresses of your financial situation in your business and you really want to take some control, book a strategy call with me below. And we'll work through that process step by step. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks.